It's the Montford Meltdown. You have tuned in to something that happens near Montford. And my guest today is Bonnie Fox.
Hi, hello.
Bonnie Fox.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you here.
Yeah.
We were talking in something that we were just recording just before that we're not going to use about traffic.
Yes.
And I don't feel like we got to the bottom of it because recently you got what happened?
Oh, all right. Do you want me to talk about my experience in Jupiter?
Did it happen in Jupiter?
Oh, that thing. Oh, no.
Where did it happen? Tell me where it happened.
I was just originally I was talking about being stuck in traffic in an area called Jupiter.
Well, we'll circle back to that, but okay. I feel like something important that happened to you.
I recently had an experience where I believe I was, they call it coal rolling. I got coal rolled.
You got coal rolled
on 240 when I was trying to go to work. It was a little past my house. So yeah, like between East Asheville and downtown, there was a truck that was trying to merge in front of me.
What color?
It was a white truck. It was.
You hate to see it.
It wasn't like an extremely large truck, but it was a sizable white pickup truck.
Do you remember the?
I didn't get their license plate.
What was the make?
I don't know. I didn't notice.
Was it a Chevrolet or a?
I have no idea.
All right.
It just it pulled in front of me. I was in the slow lane, and it pulled in front of me, and it blasted out this giant cloud of black smoke that.
Are you sure it wasn't squid ink or something like that? It was definitely smoke.
It was a liquid. It was a
liquid.
No, it was a gas and not a liquid or a solid.
All right.
It was a gas.
Gas.
It was a cloud, a big black cloud that envelops my car
for
several seconds, and it really scared me because I couldn't see for several seconds. I'm driving at 60 miles an hour.
You were coal rolled. That was definitely a coal roll. That was not a malfunction.
But the thing was, it's like usually when that kind of thing happens, like you'll see like a big pipe attached to the side or in the bed of the truck sticking out.
So you've seen this before?
I've seen the apparatus before, but I've just never really seen it in action. So I don't know where the smoke emanated from. I assume like somewhere underneath. Of course, our producer in some pre-talks about this suggested that it might have just been they were having car problems. But the thing is, it's like it was driving along just fine.
Yeah.
And, it happened to just blast this cloud of smoke as it passed me. I don't know why, if it just had something against me personally. But
you were driving a Cube.
I drive a Cube.
They may have been offended by the cubeness of your car.
But I used to drive a Prius, and I used to live in the country, and I would see trucks with these apparatuses all the time. And driving a Prius, I feel like I was probably much more at risk for it, but I never actually saw it until I was driving my Cube. And like the Cube is it's a square looking like SUV.
Yeah.
It looks like a mom car. It looks like a family SUV. I don't have any subversive stickers on it.
You could have had a car full of cats or something, and he's trying to get you to run off the road.
Or kids.
Kids.
I have my animal stickers, like my little animal family. I'm giving too much identifying information about my car now. I'm sorry. Please don't come for me. If you're out there listening, and if it was you or you're a like-minded person to this, but I just thought that it was really, inconsiderate and disrespectful. I just don't understand why someone would have something like that installed on their vehicle. Like, what is the point?
Let's get into their head. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out why this person, number one, got a device installed in their truck.
To make everyone else unsafe on the road.
Yes.
But for what purpose? Like, is it just to make yourself feel cool, or like, oh, I pranked a liberal, or like, I don't know, like.
Now we don't know the political leaning of this person.
I know I'm supposed to stay away from politics.
You don't have to, and it's almost definite that he was not. But I used to think that. I was really into spy shows when I was a kid, like Get Smart and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, shoe phone, talking on the shoe phone, that kind of stuff.
I used to watch the X-Files all the time. But
X-Files.
I don't just go around performing autopsies on strangers.
Well,
or, you know,
that's
like,
not my point
like,
is the secret that I was really into James Bond movies, and one thing that James Bond had on his car was smoke would come out the back and disorient the driver. I always thought that was cool.
This guy is not a spy.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I don't know him.
It's unfortunate that it's not cool anymore to have smoke coming out of the back of your car.
I mean, it is to some people.
To him, yes. Or her. Do we know?
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, it could have been a person of
could have been a lady.
Of any, but I mean, I can't imagine. Well, it's hard for me.
Use your imagination, Bonnie.
I have a
Put yourself in
their shoes. I can imagine
shoes.
a lot. I have a very large, expansive imagination.
Okay, well, imagine that you bought a big white pickup truck, and then you got a device installed on your pickup truck that where you hit a switch, or I don't know what they do. They grab a blue set of nuts or something, and smoke comes out of the back of the truck.
But why? Like, what situation would you use? Like,
there's no good situation where you would do that.
If you had that, what would you use it for?
If I was in trouble and I needed to send a signal that people could see, maybe I could have multicolored smoke come out of the back of my truck.
But it's only for a few seconds, and like somebody would have to be like flying over in a plane, like a rescue helicopter or something. Like,
well, that's what I would hope. I would hope someone's looking for me.
Like rescue helicopters don't just ring.
You could send it out in bursts, like 3 bursts, SOS. I don't know.
If I had
flashlight would probably.
The only reason I would like to have one that sprays glitter. Yes, I would like to glitter roll people. That would be fun.
That's a little worse than smoke. You can't get rid of glitter. You can't get glitter out.
That's even more diabolical than smoke. I think would be like a glitter rolling people.
I thought it was a good idea to pick up Pickle, but now
he's new multi-million.
You're going to glitter roll somebody?
Not Pickle, but although he would look really nice if he was even nicer if he was sparkly.
Let's sparkle up this big cat.
Anyway, yeah, so that happened, but it made me really upset because, it.
Did you feel singled out?
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what any of the logic behind any of that was, but what I do know is that it endangered my safety, at least for a few seconds while I was driving at a high speed on an interstate, and, surrounded by other cars that are also driving at high speeds on the interstate.
We all need to get dash cams.
Yeah, I mean, and I just thought about, what if something terrible had happened and, it was almost like it's a wonderful life kind of moment for me. Like because where he gets to think about, if he died or if he never existed, like everybody that would be sad and how their lives would have been impacted. And so,
you're overestimating a little bit, I think, with this guy.
I mean, I do overthink quite a bit, but I had a wonderful life moment with that. And I was but I guess it made me kind of grateful too for listing off all the people that would be sad if I died.
Wait, did you make a list while you were being coal rolled? Did you have a list of people that you care about flash in front of your face?
Afterwards, I did. Yeah, and I was like, a lot of people care about me, and I've been suicidal before. It's like the thing that's always stopped me from committing suicide is just thinking about all the people and animals that would miss me and would be sad if I was dead. But now that I don't want to die anymore, this clown, this clown with his coal rolling machine,
he's trying to make decisions
comes
for you.
along, and I don't know. Maybe he was like my guardian angel. He
He
showed me everything I have to be grateful for because he didn't kill me that day.
Was that the coal roll of Christmas past or something? What was that supposed to be?
I don't know.
Yeah, I drive. Yeah. They call me the reminder. I like to drive the road and I remind people about what's good by coal rolling and making them crash into stuff. I'm doing a good deed today.
I don't know. I try to see the bright side, like they said, Monty Python.
Or the dark side in this case.
No, yeah, I can see the light and the dark at the same time.
Okay, Ronnie James Dio.
Yes. Heaven and hell. Yeah, no.
I think that's terrible. I think it's cool to mod your car. I think it's cool to have weird stuff with your car. I don't think it's cool to impair other people that are trying to drive.
Yes.
You should keep my main philosophy for all life, my one political belief that I will never change is do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
And,
I wish more people felt that way.
I wish we live. I mean, I want to live in America where you can have smoke come out of the back of your car, but do it in your driveway or do it in the middle of nowhere or don't do it.
I don't know. I want to have glitter come out.
You want to have glitter. You want to
Yes, I do.
destroy the pavement with glitter. It'll be glittery forever.
Apparently, glitter is bad for the environment, though. Like I did
What is it?
hear that one
What
time.
is glitter? Is it metal?
I think that it's small fragments of probably plastic, but I feel like I might have also heard that someone has invented like an eco-friendly glitter.
Eco glitter.
I mean, don't hold me to that. Like we'd have to.
You heard it here first, folks. Bonnie says that there is eco litter.
No. Litter. I
Eco
said,
litter.
I mean, there's eco litter too,
Pickle ain't using
like
eco
the
litter.
pine stuff. But my cat has never liked that. But
That stuff
yeah.
does not look effective. Like
it's because it's like these.
there's too much
it's
space
pellets.
between the pellets.
And so when a cat like poops on it, it's
We're
like,
talking about cat poop, folks.
It always comes back to cat poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like so it's like pellets. So like when they poop on it, it's like whereas like the sand type
Yeah,
or
I want
cover it up.
it engulfed.
The pellets don't engulf it. It's
No,
like
it just seems
they
like
have to wait. You have to wait until the liquid, like the pee part, like breaks the pellets down and turns it into sawdust, and then it will cover the poop. But by that time, you just have like cat pee soaked sawdust, and
Yeah.
so that's not
that's good for the environment.
like no, that's not pleasant
That's
to
what
like
Mother
live with
Gaia
or-
wants. Is your
You don't-
house to smell like
Yeah.
pee and poop?
I mean, the pine it does smell good like on its own.
I
before it's
need
been
maximum clumping
but-
power. I need clumping power. I need Febreze built in. I need like.
I mean, they make some like
that's
like,
what I use.
there's
I got
all
the
kinds,
the good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this little guy. He
Oh, the big guy. I mean, you can't see it,
he
but
weighs 20 pounds.
should we show our
I'm
audience?
going to lift this guy
should
up.
we
You're going to
show Pickle?
see how long and strong he is.
Demonstration.
Yeah. This is a lot of.
It's the
look,
magnificent Pickle.
look, I have to stand up to show the whole cat. Like that is a big cat.
Yeah, when I pick him up, he's like half my size. Here, can I pick you up? Are we gonna do a pickle pickup? Pickle pick. Come here. Oh, look at this big guy.
You can't pick him up with one hand.
Oh,
He
he might disturb my microphone, but yeah, this is Pickle in relation to me.
Yep.
Very sweet.
I would say you're about 3 pickles tall, maybe 2.5 pickles tall.
Maybe. Yeah, he's a big guy.
I measure everything in pickles now. I used to measure everything in Xboxes, but now I use pickles
Yeah.
as measurements.
Oh, did you want to talk about the backstory of Pickle? Have you ever talked about him?
I don't know if I've ever talked about him on the Meltdown. Well, the way I got Pickle was I went to the Humane Society on Brevard Road. Is that Brevard Road?
Yeah.
And I looked on the internet before I went out there, and I looked up the biggest, oldest cat they had.
But he's not even that old.
I don't know, he's middle-aged. He's like, what, 6.5 maybe?
Well, cats can live to, like, beyond 20. Like, 20 is like an octogenarian for a cat.
Last cat I had lived to be 19.
Centenary, wait, whatever 100 years old is 20 years for a
Is
cat.
it 7 years?
But they can live
is a
longer
cat
than
year?
that.
A cat year is 7 human years, or vice versa.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So if he's like 6, he's like 42.
yeah, he's
but
middle-aged. He's a boomer.
I don't say middle age. I mean, I'm 40. I don't consider myself middle age.
Well,
And I'm not a boomer. I'm a millennial. so.
I've caught myself doing some boomer stuff just today.
Well, you're like a Gen Z, right? Like,
I'm
oh
Gen-
no, not you're Gen X. Sorry, I get my
that new
my
Gen
letters.
Beta we're talking
Oh,
about,
God.
Generation
Yeah, the
Beta.
news-
Man, if
yeah.
I was part of Generation Beta, I would be like, can we stop naming generations? Can we just stop? I don't want to be. That's like
You want to be Generation Alpha?
I know, but it's like Generation Beta. I mean, why not just be like Generation Clown Shoe? You know, it's like
I want to be in that
You
generation.
want to be Generation
yeah,
Clown Shoe?
I would love that. Yeah.
I mean, that might be Generation X. But no, like one boomer thing I noticed myself doing today: walking down the street. People don't walk down the street anymore. And the only people I see walking down the street are old boomers.
No, I mean, I see people of all ages walking.
Which streets?
Well, not all ages.
Where are
Not
these people
kids.
walking?
Like, kids are not walking by themselves.
Kids ain't walking.
Yeah, no, because they're too wrapped up in their
Kids don't walk
their
anymore.
devices.
I remember
Yeah.
when I first moved to Asheville, our beautiful city of Asheville, I walked everywhere. Everybody walked everywhere. There were people crossing the street all the time. There were more people walking than there were cars driving, I feel like.
That's cool.
And now it's the complete opposite. In
Yeah.
fact, it's nothing but cars and nobody walks anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy walking sometimes, but I mean, I mostly used to just walk my dog. Like, that's
Yeah.
the main reason that I would walk.
I don't even
when
see
I
people
had a
walking
dog.
their dogs that much. It's
But-
like, and I live in a neighborhood where people should be. I mean, I guess there's people walking around.
I think
don't know.
I see a decent number of people walking dogs in any part of town on any given day.
Maybe maybe I never leave the house and never see anything.
I don't know.
That might be it.
Well, I mean, it seems like you do. Like, you leave the house for
I
your
walk down the
job,
street like a
for
big
your job
boomer, yeah.
assignments and stuff. But
No walking there. No walking. Yeah,
anyway,
it's tough getting around. I will park at the complete opposite end of the parking lot and walk all the way to the store just to get a little walk in sometimes.
that's cool. I mean, do you also take the stairs instead of the elevator?
If I
in
can,
the
yeah.
building?
Even when
Yeah.
I'm like carrying a bunch of stuff, yeah, I will go up the
Huh.
stairs. I just don't have time to wait for some robot to come down and pick me up.
I mean, but the robot is faster. But then you're also stuck in there with, like, potentially with, people that you don't know, and then it's awkward. And
Oh yeah,
like,
especially when
it's
me,
always
yeah.
awkward to get in an elevator.
Well, it used to be the icebreaker was, hey, how about Cherry Berry over there? Or what was her name?
Oh,
Cherry
right,
Berry?
yeah, Sherry Berry.
Cherry
yeah.
Berry, yeah. And now I don't know
Didn't
the
she
new.
get replaced?
Yeah, it's
Or,
some new
like,
guy who's doesn't have a cool name like Sherry Berry, so it's like, I
Did
wonder
they
how.
change all the pictures in the elevator
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this
they
guy's
took
picture?
Sherry. I don't know what they did with all the
Oh.
old Sherry Berry pictures.
Huh.
I bet there's just a section of landfill that's just Sherry Berry photos somewhere.
I
from
wonder
old
if she
elevators.
knows that people make jokes about. I wonder. What
I
her,
do.
I wonder what her
She
life.
knows now.
No, I wonder what her life is like. What do you think her life is like?
She's sitting on a big pile of money from all her years in the elevator biz. Big inspector
so.
general over there.
Yeah.
Now, you can kind of break the ice, be like, oh, who's this new guy? Are we sure that this elevator's working well? And then you can get everybody afraid that the elevator's going to break down, and everyone's laughing.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. So, like, her name makes me think of.
Sherry's Berries.
Well, no, like when I was a kid in elementary school, we had this like juice vending machine. It was, what was it? Maybe it was like Very Fine. I can't
Very
remember what the.
Is that like an off-brand? Is that like Thunder Road
I
or
can't
whatever?
remember what it was the brand name, but like they would have different flavors. Sorry, I got cat hair on my lips and now
Oh,
they're
God.
itchy. That's why
Oh,
I'm
no.
that's why I'm stroking my imaginary mustache right now. But no, like there was this flavor that was called cherry berry.
Cherry
so like
berry.
yeah, whenever I think about cherry berry, I think about that juice I used to get out of the vending machine in elementary
Bonnie,
school.
can we talk about old candy for a minute?
Sure.
All right.
What you got?
Do you ever try Lick'em Sticks?
What are those?
Oh no, is it Lick-O-Maid? I think it may have been Lick-O-Maid.
I don't know.
Okay, it was these 3 pouches of powder.
Oh, are you talking about Fun Dip?
Fun Dip.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember Fun Dip.
Okay.
Like, what the hell?
Was it? I think the actual stick was called the Lick'em Stick.
I don't know. Like,
I think it was the Lick'em Stick. You can look them up. Leave a comment in the
do
comments.
your own research.
I would always get the Fun Dip. I would immediately eat the stick. I would eat the whole stick, and then I would drink the powder.
Oh, did you ever snort the powder?
I snorted a what?
Pixie stick?
Yeah, I snorted a
Yeah.
pixie stick.
What happened? How'd it feel?
I went crazy. I got a tattoo. It was nuts. No, I didn't get a tattoo.
No,
it-
I've never snorted any candy powders.
really?
Yes.
Have you lived?
I guess there's always the first time for everything.
I used
You
to.
got any? Let's do
Not
it
on me right now. We can make a late night trip to the hotspot. I used to see how many everlasting gobstoppers I could fit in my mouth. I used to. My favorite candy was the fake cigarette.
Oh yeah, those
Not
were fun.
not the gum one.
They
There
were
was a gum one.
chalky. They were chalky though. Like
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what I
bite
like.
them and chew them up, they're like
that's,
very chalky.
That's what I liked about them. I just,
Yeah.
for some reason, I like the texture. I like the taste. And later, I really love smoking cigarettes. And I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Well, if you like chalky candy, then what about like those sticks that you would get at like Christmas? They were just kind of like a dusty, like powdery
Dusty
texture.
sticks. Dusty candy sticks.
No, like at Christmas, they would be like about this long and about like this wide, and like they were just kind of dusty and dry and powdery, but like they had it was really satisfying to like, you'd have to like kind of.
Did they get stuck in your teeth?
I mean, no.
Maybe
like,
I'm thinking of something
you'd have to
else.
kind of suck on them a little bit to like soften them up, and then you could crunch them, and it was.
Are
like,
you
really
talking about the candy
It's-
cane?
No, I'm not. That was almost like the consistency of like, those like they call them buttermints.
Buttermints?
Yeah, those little
For the buttermint
those
of humanity.
little candies at like wedding or church receptions. They're
Okay.
like pastel little
Yeah.
ovals that are like
Yeah.
chalky
Oh.
texture. So like
Yes.
there was like a Christmas cane.
Yes,
like,
red and white.
Not a cane, but like a stick
Yes.
that was like that consistency.
My favorite breath
I
mint
really
that you
liked
can
this.
get. It's like it's the restaurant breath mint. Like sometimes they'll give you like
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Okay,
All
I
right.
guess that's our time, folks.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up, guys.
It's been real. Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
thanks for melting down with the Montford Meltdown. See you later.